Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. BestWeb 23 session is going to start, and we'll hand over to Professor Gihan to give an introduction of BestWeb 2023 competition. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jacinta. Good evening, everybody. And on behalf of LK Domain Registry, I'm very pleased to welcome you all to the briefing on BestWeb 2023. Some of you, of course, may have taken part in previous years. Some of them may be new. Anyway, let me very briefly explain a bit about BestWeb 2023. We started this about 13 years ago in 2009, and we have been running this since then. And what we realized at that time was there were many competitions on various topics in Sri Lanka, but there was nothing for websites. And we thought that as the LK Domain Registry, since our task or our mandate is to register domain names which are used to a large extent for websites, it would be good for us to improve the quality of websites and to recognize what websites are the high quality and the best websites in Sri Lanka, and specifically in the .lk domain. So that's what we wanted to do, and we've been running this annually. So we have about 9 major categories plus some other special awards, which we will discuss in a little while. And so our objective is not necessarily to say, here's the best website and all of you other guys can go home, but it is to recognize all the websites who are of a certain standard. And then, of course, out of those, we would like to see for each category who would be the best gold, silver, and bronze. And we do not necessarily give all 3 gold, silver, and bronze for every category, because to get a merit award, it's basically to say your website should fulfill the minimum requirements in all these things: the content, the graphics, the ease of use, and various features. But if you want to get a bronze, then you must show that you are actually doing better than everybody else. And to get a silver, you should show the judges that your site is really good. And to get a gold, you should show the judges that your site is exceptional. It has features which are not found in most other sites. So that's what really makes a gold award-winning site stand out from any of the others. So we give all of these, the gold, silver, bronze, and merit for each main category. In addition to that, we have the overall category, which are the overall gold, silver, and bronze. So all the websites in .lk in this year, 2023. And in addition to that, we have some special awards, which we'll discuss in detail, but we also have an award for the best web developer. In addition to that, for each category, we have the most favorite website in that category, which is selected by votes. So for each category, you should get your fans, your users, or your customers to vote for you. And depending on the number of votes, of course, we do some checks on the voting to make sure everything is done in a proper manner. The one with the most number of valid votes gets the most favorite website in that category. So that's basically what we are. And all the requirements for the award are given on our BestWeb.LK website. In fact, the judges are briefed using exactly the same material that is on your website. The judges don't get any additional material, so you know exactly what is there. But in addition to that, couple of our distinguished judge panel are here with us today, and they will tell you, how you should design your website to win an award, and some common mistakes, so we have often found, almost every year we find that there are some sites which are really, really good, but they have some shortcoming. Maybe just one shortcoming, which means that they cannot get an award. So there could be a security problem, or it could be that they have put some pictures without getting the proper copyright clearance on them. Or maybe just it's very good, but there is some incompleteness. There are 404 not found, right? So a few things like that would make a very good site illegible just because there was one serious error. So we will also tell you about those and make sure it's not there. Okay, so that's that. I hope all of you will apply for this year's BestWeb.LK, and we will be opening the application shortly after New Year, closing in May. And of course, we plan to have the award ceremony. We plan to announce the results in about July and have the award ceremony in August. So that's our objective. Let's see. So I hope you will all apply. And please do not hesitate. If you have any questions, if you are not clear, please do ask. We have our email. So just send that message and ask if you have any questions. So thank you very much. And I wish you all not really the best of luck, but that you really do a good job. And that way you wouldn't need any luck. I'm sure our judging panel will easily see their way to give you an award. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now our next session is delivered by Mr. Ruwan Amarasekara, past chairman of BCS, the Chartered Institute of Sri Lanka. Mr. Amarasekara will explain how to register for BestWeb.LK competition and find information on the web. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Jacinta. Good evening, everyone. I hope you are okay. You are the most interested set of people who are going to submit your applications to BestWeb this year, and you will be informing your friends, whoever are not there today. You will be passing this message so that they will also be able to submit their applications to see how to be recognized for the good work that they do. So as Professor indicated, this is not a competition to eliminate anything. If you have done something good, yes, there is a chance that you will get a good recognition for the good work that you have done. So first thing is, what you need to remember is that for any one of us, the easiest is to log into the BestWeb site. That is that will give you all the information relevant to what you want to do and how you want to go about nominating yourself to this competition, and what needs to be there in your website to win an award. So let me share the screen. I will take the BestWeb site itself, and then we'll go into details and see where what we can do with it, or how you can work around with that. Okay. I hope everyone can see the screen. Right. Let me get the screen. Now, first thing that you would need to look at is to go to the contest menu item, look at the award categories. I hope you have already done it, but let's quickly take a look at this. So these are the categories that we have in the competition, and go through the narrations of each of the categories and see where you would be fitting into, or where your site would be fitting into best, right? So, I mean, there may be some ambiguity that you might find, okay, am I going to be the best, competing in the best corporate website, or am I going to be the best e-commerce website, or am I going to be the best SME website? So go through this material before you submit your application. And then coming into the business activities also, you might find, okay, am I in this category or that category, or which category should I go into? But please go through it very carefully, then you will understand. So we have generally, based on the organizations and the sizes of the organizations, a set of categories. For universities and educational institutions, you have one category. You have e-commerce, predominantly e-commerce sites. You have one category. Best government sites, you have one. Non-profit organizations, personal websites, SME websites, and best corporate websites. You can compete under this group of categories. Then next set of is coming into the business activities. You have the best advertising and marketing related sites, media, sports and entertainment related sites, and look at where you will be fitting in. Best travel and tourism, health and well-being, and banking and finance sites. Then there are, like, when you compete in those, you will find that there are some special categories where you would automatically get the recognition. There will be like overall winners, and you will win like awards in each of the categories. Let's say I participate in best banking and finance website category. My site can be recognized as the gold, silver, bronze, or there'll be merit awards as well. So depending on what I have done and how convincingly created this website so that the judges could give you adequate marks, you will win one of those awards in that category. But when the judges compare your category, like all the categories, and they will find there may be one outstanding site which should be recognized as the overall winner or overall winners. So those will also be separately recognized. In addition to that, we have introduced this best corporate social responsibility website. This is a new thing that is coming in this year. And what needs to be looked at is, if you are more focused on environmental activities, ethical activities, human rights related activities, humanitarian, no, economic activities, then you would compete in this category. So this is a special site that that you would compete in this year. You can compete in this year. So take a note of that also. And then, as the professor indicated, there will be some voting that will happen, or that you will be informed about the timing. You can see it in Best website, the timing also. And when your respective recipients or viewer population vote for you or for your website, you can be recognized as the most popular website in the respective category. Then in addition to that, you have, like if you are a website developer, let's say your, if multiple of your like websites that you have developed have won awards based on the submission and the winning ability of those sites, you will also be recognized under this best web developer category. So you can just simply go into the domain, best web site, and you would be able to see all these things. And then what you need to remember is, now we are at the very, very early stage of the competition. Now, if you, next step will be for you to submit your registration after looking at the categories and criteria. I will just explain what the criteria are applicable for each of those, and then you need to register for the competition, as in the case of any of the competitions in the world. So you register for that, and then there will be judging activities that would take place, and during that period you need to make sure that your site is up and running perfectly, and the judges will be looking at the following criteria, what you can see on screen. They look at technical aspects of your site, design aspects of your site, and the content that you have in the site, interaction, how well is this site interact with the respected or expected audience or the user. And if you have done something negative, there would be penalty marks imposed on you. Generally, when you say penalty points, let's say you use unauthorized graphics or images or photos or whatever. I'm just taking a very, very basic example. Let's say that you have your site does not break certain rules that are listed in the site. In the best website, when you go through it, you will see there will be penalty points imposed on you. So even if you get X number of marks, there may be few marks deducted from your total, and that might, let's say you have one image that is not authorized to be used in your site, that might cost you the award that you might be getting otherwise. Right. So that's the penalty points. Then it's expected that multilingual sites need to be there. So whatever the site that you do need to have the capability of multilingual site. Let's say it's again, you might say, okay, I do my website only for German population or for German market. So do I have to have Sinhala, Tamil, and all the other things here? Probably not. But then you might need to have German as the main site, then probably French and English as the secondary languages in that site. So anyway, whichever the thing it is, you need to, your site has to have the capability of multilinguality inbuilt to it. You will get certain marks for that. And since lots of people are accessing websites using mobile devices. So it's expected that you have mobile optimized websites. So hope that you go through this and you will see what else need to be done. And similar to the penalty points, let's say if you have done some really good things that you need to be appraised of. So the judges will be giving additional bonus points to you for those special things that you have done in the website. Right. So then the third one is the voting activities. That is what we spoke about, to identify the most popular website in a category or set of most popular websites in a category. The audience's voting will be taken into consideration. And then if you look at, so the thing that I am doing now can be done by any one of you easily. If you go to judging criteria, you will know what are the criteria that the judges looking at. So websites need to be complete. Completeness of the site is definitely required, and judges will be keenly looking at it. And the navigation of the how you have devised the navigation, how simple it is, the menu structures, how you have devised it to be user-friendly. And as the professor indicated, probably you may have the best first level set of pages perfectly right. Maybe in the third level, you might find something wrong. So judges would probably notice it, and you might lose few marks because of that. So look at your completeness, look at the navigation, and then comes to the standards. So if you have developed according to the expected standards in the world related to website development, yes, you will be recognized for that, and judges will give marks accordingly. And the website's performance will definitely be looked at. And again, you need to keep an eye on this. There were, like, we remember some of the sites that we had seen before. There were some exceptionally high quality sites, but with very poor performance. Latencies there, you have to wait for so many seconds to see the site or see some part of the site. So, I mean, generally these things will be looked at by the judges. Then website design will be looked at the judges, and the overall design of the website and page design of the will also be looked at. Is it crowded font? Whether you have applied suitable fonts, what sort of color schemes that you have used. Like, it depends. Now, if you say color, there may be in certain instances, red may be the ideal color. But in other instances, red may not be the best. And we have seen some of the sites having yellow background and white text. And it's extremely difficult for you to see the text. So, I mean, there may be good content in it, but then what's the point having it? So the judges will be looking at the page design, color, and all these criteria indicated here. And the quality and the quantity of the details in the site will also be looked at by the judges. So if you interact with your audience or the users proper, then you will be recognized for it. And one of the most important things that the organizers and the judges are looking at is the privacy and security of the sites. So you need to, when you are designing the site, it's at that point onwards, you need to think about this and design your sites to accommodate the privacy and security. So keep that in mind. If you may be having few more weeks to a couple of more days to rectify if there's anything, please go through it and streamline your sites. And then the other area is the penalty points, as I indicated earlier, copyright violations and unwanted content, plugins and modules. Like the judges will be looking at those when they are looking at penalty points. When they are looking at bonus points, they will look at the multilinguality, appropriate multilinguality, accessibility for disabled persons, use of latest technologies. So these things will be looked at by the judges. So multilingual purpose is taken as a standard now. Mobile optimization is taken as a standard requirement, along with the rest of the W3C conformance and different browser compatibility and availability of the site continuously, and adhering to BestWeb rules. So keep that in mind, and you will be able to get some recognition from this competition. Coming into the next thing is now timelines of the competition. Now, if you go to the site, you will be able to see the timelines of the competition. So, as Professor indicated, from 19th of April to 24th of May, these days most probably will be fixed and will be adhered to, unless there is some prohibitive thing happens in the environment. Otherwise, the organizers will strictly adhere to these timelines. So registration period would be from 19th April to 24th of May. Judging will take place during June and July, first half of July. Public voting will also take place, or is to take place first 2 weeks of July. And final judging activities will take place in July, end of July, mid to end July. And expected is that award ceremony would be conducted somewhere around in latter part of July or early, like in August. So that is the expectation that that the organizers have related to this. Please pass this message to your friends around, and remind them that the competition is on, and for them to get ready for this. So from our end, as Professor indicated again, kindly, if you have any clarification, kindly send an email to the respective email address, and our teams will definitely be attending to it, and you will get the information. relevant information for you to get ready for the competition. And let me congratulate and wish you all the best, and kindly work hard to make sure that that you win an award in this competition. This is the only competition of this nature for websites. So, I mean, there are other competitions, but they are all related to people, processes, or sometimes products. But this is the only competition in Sri Lanka where we have we can get our websites recognized. So use this opportunity, and once you win this award, please use it to market yourself also. So all the best, and hope you will win awards, and we'll see you doing better and better in the future. Over to you, Jacinta.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable information. So our next session will pass it to Mr. K.V Kuganathan. Mr. Kuganathan will speak about how to attract your website and to market your goods. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Good evening to you all. Thank you so much, Jacinta and Professor, for giving these opportunities. Is it I'm audible?
Yeah, it's okay.
Fine. Okay. So, friends, the marketing is not the market your goods. It is not started recently, but when we are small, what happened is like our parents, they produce food and services. So when we are small, our parents, they make a lovely food that we like. But if we refuse to take those food, what they will do is they will do a marketing. Parents, they will do marketing of the food and the things they have created for us. So if we refuse to take a rice or anything, they will take us the night and they will show like, look, Sana, see that moon is very beautiful, round, and they will give one bite for us. Even if we refuse further, they will take us to the beach, see this nice beach. And so these are the different tactics were used in the marketing when we are small. So now with the technology advancement and everything, now the marketing has been evolved in a very digital place. So if I wanted to know about you or your organizations or the things, the first thing is after seeing the advertisement about your product in the social media or TV or anything, first thing is I will do it through my mobile, through my tab or anything. I will log into your website and see what you guys are offering so that I can enjoy for my personal use. So this is how you have to think how the customer life cycles starts. So based on that, you are going to promote your product and services or any other things what you wanted to show it to your own the target audience. You're going to show it that. So let's see. I would like to take an example also here. Friends, most of us like to go for a supermarket. Okay, the supermarket concept is very, very well organized, well matured marketing strategy. Anyway, for us, the rice, sugar, milk powder, tea, those things are essential items. So those items are kept at the back of the supermarket. So that when you are going to the shelf, all the other things, they will keep it on the both side. And they will give us a basket. I'm sure Jacinta wanted to go for a shopping. She will think I'm going to buy 3 things. At the end, she will come with the 15 items. Who is successful? Is Jacinda is successful or supermarket is A is successful? Supermarket A is successful because they display the things which attract the Jacinda and bought a lot of items with a full of basket. And instead of going for a money, she uses the credit card to buy more items. So this is how the marketing, even the kids, they know the mindset of the kids. So they like to pick the chocolates and the toffees, and all the chocolates and toffees are not less than the 3 feet, because when they are going, they are too small. So they keep all the chocolates below 3 feet shelves so that they can pick it on the way. All the tippy-tip and all the biscuit items are like that. And all the perfumes and everything to attract the ladies, they keep it in a way with the eyesights, with the attractive look and feel, so that they will think, I wanted to be like this, so that I pick these items. So this is how they organize to attract the product and services what they offer. So let's see how we can navigate that same concept in the digital and physical world. So first, what we are doing is we have to build a trust. That is very important. The clients and the prospect might want to know your business. So your website should have building a trust should be there with your expertise and specialization. So I always tell, when you're going to develop a website or the product and services, please start with your consumers, what they want, what they need, and bring those ideas and what your findings to the research and the focus group. You have a focus group in your organization. One person from the marketing, one person from the research, one person from the technical, one person from the normal salesperson. So they give the different prospects of the particular products and services that you're going to offer. Build that product so that it is what is needed and the consumers want will be attracted. And point of contact is very, very important, because I wanted to meet somebody, or I don't know the address to whom I wanted to make it in the appointment. So please have the point of contact is very, very important at this junction of all the websites. Learn about customers' behavior. These days, all the successful organizations using the AI technologies and everything is, please, you should know your customer behavior, your target audience, and what they want. Okay, unless you know these days is it is not IQ, it is about the emotional branding and positioning is the success for anything else. So all the 9 P's and 11 P's has gone. Now is AI is working, data is working, and the behavior pattern is going to be the most important things about your consumers going forward. So friends, so please understand the behavior and the consumer pattern, make your product and services according to that, so that the likeness will go up, and so that you can put those items in a very organized way in the website. Create a presence. Your website can establish your business and going concern, communicate your brand and value proposition. Very important thing is, when you are after the website is done, your branding, positioning, brand index, everything has to be similar and have consistency over the every page. Get listers in search engines. As I'm sure everybody knows, SEO is very, very important, because I go and search for something. Please ensure your product and services website comes on the top. So keep on doing that, help, and have some focus group and have that consistency all the time. And all the time, please, these days, a lot of networks are there. On the bottom, please visit for more details website, so that you are constantly, you are attracting the audience going forward. So the attracting the customers, having a 3 methodology, understand your target audience, the time to, other one is optimize your website, and using the analytical. There are a lot of tools available through the Googles, and a lot of data analysis tools are there. Please use those analytical tools and understand the traffic, and traffic is coming from Gen XYZ, or from which area, which demographic locations, and what is your agenda. Everything you can do analysis so that your product can be enriched and services can be enriched, so that you can diversify your product to other area. For example, your product, it is more attracted from the buying pattern. If you are online in Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa are similar democratic, and the social needs are similar. So why I can't do that in Polonnaruwa region? So you have to do a focus group. So how I can do the similar product in Polonnaruwa area? But if you are using like health care products, it won't fly in the Mondragala area. Why? If you take the Sri Lanka, the Mondragala region is the lowest people that they are getting sick, because there's no, so this is the research. So you have to understand the certain location behavior, and based on that, you have to push your social media and the target audience, and where you are going to target your website to the particular customers. Then how to market your goods? First, every time, please do the visualization technique is important. The images and the importance of the element, and how you are going to make that impression. So these days is two things, friends. One is emotional attraction, and how you are going to print impression in their mind. So two things, if you can do that, so that this is how most of the people, what I found is these days research is, when they are developing the website, they bring a psychological specialist also, because psychological specialists will give a lot of ideas about the emotional branding aspect of that, so that you are using the smart colors, smart look and feel, how to keep that impression in their mind, so that the people will come and look for new things in your website. For example, if you think like the Dulux paints or multi-light paints, they are using the smart colors these days. Even though your brand guidelines is yellow, but within the yellow, there is a smart yellow is there. So that is how you have to find out what is the smartness in your the color combination, the font combination, and come with a is very important. After all, the UI UX is going to play a major role. So create a user experience is very important. The navigation is very important. Includes the sharing of the social media buttons, because in the social media, the extra value additions, we are giving the more marks, because there are a lot of feedbacks and from the different groups, so that it will improve further your market, your product and services to the group also. Keep it updated. Very, very important thing is when we are looking for a judging, if you have a 3 website, English, Tamil, and Sinhala, whatever you are updating, the new should have consistency update in Tamil, Sinhala, and English also. So that please keep it in your the website. So all 3 has to be updated consistently. Implement a good, I already told. It's always interactiveness is very important. Okay, so every page, if you show up, call for action should be there, call for consultation, sign up if you are, so something you can keep that interactive with your call center or with your AI chatbot, so that there's a consistency is there to keep on coming your website again and again. Enable self-service always is good. If your website, your mobile agnostic or anything, where it can be connected with their normal lifestyle, so that they all keep on coming and seeing what are the news things you're having every day. Don't forget the business basics also, because that's very important when you're going for a website as well. So that's all, friends, would like to share with you all. And from the judging panel, we always look for the as Mr. Ruwan and Professor indicated, the quality, quality, quality. Okay, and the best designed, it is matters for us at the end. So friends, so with that, thank you so much, and all the very best for you all. And start now, have a focus group, come up with the best website for you and for your organizations, where you can take this your product and services to locally and globally. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your excellent demonstration of the presentation, and with a lot of information was on it on to our BestWeb applicants. Once again, thank you so much. And we will go to the next session. Now, Mr. Sampath Hennayake will give us the information about how to apply for BestWeb.LK competition and how to adhere to BestWeb rules and regulations. Over to you, Mr. Sampath.
Thank you, Jacinta. I'll share my screen. Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone can.
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Sampath.
Thank you, Jacinta. Let's start from the website. Many of the things are covered by the previous speakers, Mr. Ruwan and Kuganathan. So I just want to explain a few very key points which very relevant for our competition. So only few things that was actually missed and very important I want to here mention. So here, of course, in the timeline, now we are already give the timeline, but applications are not accepting until 19th of April. After that, we are accepting the applications. So in the timeline, when considering timeline, you all can prepare for the registration with your websites. Very selective one. You can apply for the BestWeb because of the huge competition for this BestWeb. As you know, this is the one and only web competition in Sri Lanka which recognize your website and your effort you put for your developing the website. Here in the timetable, I want to mention some mistakes many applicants do during this competition. So when start the competition, we are accepting the application. However, some applications, some applicants they are keep on changing their contents and website throughout the competition. That should not happen, because when key thing, if you apply for this within the application period, until start of the judging, you can do some changes. But in this example, after 30th, you are not allowed you to do the changes, because if you do some any changes, definitely it is not considered the judging panel. So that is why that's what I want to special mention here. So do your changes, any modification, fine tuning, everything before the judging period start. And also another special thing I want to mention here, judging criteria, all this discussed. Here also mention some key points that you can have to follow. You have to read the term and conditions, and you have to do the required modification in the time. That everything here mentioned very clear in our website. You can refer our website and go get complete idea of the contest. And also judging criteria. I think this Mr. Ruwan is explained clearly. Here I want to mention that one thing, very specific one, privacy and security. So definitely we are conducting once you apply for the BestWeb competition, we are conducting the free vulnerability scan for each and every applicant. And we initially verify that you are qualified for the basic security standard. This is done by a security professional of our .LK, and also we use some license tools to scan your website. So initial stage, if you notice any vulnerability or any weakness, we will inform with the report to applicant, to them to fix within some certain period, say about 10 days. We are used to give for anyone who having the vulnerabilities in the scanning stage. And also, the very important thing is when you are developing and design very good attractive website, but you may not consider your security. That's why the LK domain, as a BestWeb team, we are encourage our team to you all to improve the security, to participate our competition and improve your security. Though many places, even if you develop for the website for the customers, they will not recognize your security. They look only the creative and your design and how it's meet your business purpose. So that's why those things they will consider, but never thought of the security of the website. So we are actually as a free service, we provide the applicants to scan their website and get a basic report. Not everybody get the reports. Only who having the web's vulnerabilities, only you will get the reports. So you will get some marks as well. Some point, if you fail this stage, if you say you have a negative marks and you are not fix these vulnerabilities, even informed by LK domain team, BestWeb team, you are not fix it, so definitely you will disqualified. There's no chance to continue the BestWeb competition. So this is what very critical point. Even you take the very high marks for the other criteria, here you will fail. That is the rule. That's why we can recognize the good website with an look and feel and meet user requirements and your customer base, everything, the other criteria, as Mr. Ruwan explained, and how the criteria, and Mr. Kuganathan explained about how market your website. So then all these are applicable, and this is also very important for your website if you're participating for a BestWeb. So these are the key points I just want to mention, and there's another this is our blog actually. This contain all the LK domain info, blog information, as well as some technical information, our other marketing things and everything. This blog actually provide the user guidelines for the registering website for the BestWeb competition. Now still we are not open this apply link for the BestWeb applicants. So very soon, 19th of April, we are open this to customers. Then you will see it is direct to our main website, rs.domains.lk. This is you will eligible only for the .lk domains and not .com domains, and also if any .lk domains redirect into other sites, you are not able to participate for the competition. Even participate if you redirect into some other sites, definitely you will get a negative marks. So your site should be fully function with the .lk site, .lk domain. So the registration process, now as usual, we are maintaining a single portal for every .lk customers. This is the portal login. Then if you don't have any account, you can create it. But when you apply for a .lk, BestWeb competition, you should have a billing contacts or technical contacts or admin contacts in one of your email address. So otherwise you will have to prove that you have a ownership or any contacts, any technical relevant contacts to this domain. So that actually Jacinta will coordinate with if you have any issues, you can drop the mail or contact our BestWeb hotline. So she will explain to you how to register the domain, register the BestWeb without even if you don't have any contacts of the any billing or technical contacts in the domain. So this is the creating process of the user accounts. So actually, this is not required. Right. So once you create a domain, so then you will connected to apply for a domain for the bestweb.lk. Right. Here is the screen you will get for registration. Here, your contact and every detail you can mention as per your data. So your domain you can mention here, and a description, of course. Here we give an example. So we clearly mention that describe the website, including purpose of the website, special features, technologies used, target audience, and why you should get the award for the bestweb.lk. You can briefly tell this information. Then I see it is easier to suggest to identify your target audience and what the purpose of the site. So that very easy to get some info, basic idea. Then they will evaluate with this information with your site. And here, web presence actually, some sites are very attractively developed and connected with some booking, say about some hotel sites or any other sites. Sometime it is connecting to some other booking site, say about Agoda or any booking.com or someone. So some sites are connecting to their Facebook portal for selling some products through the Facebook. So if you any of are used for your website, please mention here. That also used for the can be it is very useful for the our internal judging process. Right. And also another very key points I want to explain here. The domain should be not expired during this competition. If you say about your domain is renewing, need to renew in the May or April, please renew it before the before participating for the BestWeb. Otherwise, you will disqualified if not because if you are not renewed in the correct time, so this will disqualify your domain. It is unnecessary hassle for the organization committee and applicants as well. Please renew your domain for a next year. If you are expiring domain after 19th, do it as a first step. Then you register for the .lk BestWeb competition. The all the term and conditions are in the website. It is we use it. I also use the website to just to show information. So everything included, and also once your applicant accept if BestWeb team accept your application and relevant documents, it is we believe that it is eligible for your security scan. Immediately we do the security scan because it will take a time, and we nearly 500-600 websites need to scan for one competition. It's take a lot of time, and a lot of efforts are there because each and every reports need to be evaluated by the professional. So it will definitely take a time. Then soon after the applicant complete the applicant for a process, we are starting the security scan. And if there are any security issues, as I said, it is shared with your with you all to fix the things in the correct way. Documents I have not got into going to not discuss them more in detail. And throughout the competition, our logo should be there. And if you have any issues, please contact bestweb@domains.lk or our hotline for any support need for your about the competition. And also I have to mention one thing, and we are technically not involved to fix any issues for your website. So it is very difficult to support for you all to fix the security things or any other things unless very specific thing in the BestWeb. We are not able to support for your technical support, not providing for the technical support to fix those things. So please refer any reports, information we shared with you. Please refer those things and do needful to continue your site to your presence in BestWeb competition. And response for the mail, very important for a BestWeb team. Sinta also many times she mentioned otherwise we are struggling to wait some information from customers. Please do response for our emails. Time to time we are sending some information and asking the information. Please do those and response for your phone line. It is very positive thing if you quickly respond to your mail and answer in phone. So I think many of applicants are doing. So only certain applicants may not do the response the right time, and after that they might ask some issues, raise some issues. So it should not happen. Actually, we try our best to select the very best site for a year with the huge process. It's actually very huge process. We can discuss this in the feedback session. That's it about the main thing. All the information here, you can take a snapshot, screenshot or anything. You can use this link, and also our blog post also there. So you can refer those information if you not comfortable with the registering the domain in the BestWeb 2003. Good luck everyone. So thank you. If you have any question, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sampath Hennayake, for your valuable feedback about the technical and how to apply for BestWeb 2023. So now it's time for applicants or for the participants of the webinar to ask questions from all of the judges or from Mr. Hennayake. It's time for you. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Arul.
Yeah, I have a suggestion. When we are applying for the BestWeb, can I see the application page, please? The previous one, the application.
Mr. Hennayake will show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, on the bottom, at the bottom, there's a description field. So
Yes.
everything is perfect here. Everything is perfect because I'm from ITN. So every time we apply for the BestWeb comparison. So when we are describing our website regarding the technical and the other features what we're having, so this is like a paragraph. So we have a limitation, and also we don't have any special features like points like bullets or whatever. So if you this is my suggestion, if you can use a WSIG editor or whatever, so we can clearly send you the information, so what we have in a website, so rather than having just a paragraph. So this is the main issue I'm facing when I apply for the competition. Otherwise everything is okay. This is my suggestion. If we can change that field to another format, it would be good. That's all.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, what is the format
Like,
to have?
the editor, in the WordPress, we have editor now. We can add bullets,
So you
numbers.
want to put like boldface and italics and big.
So we can describe. So let's say we have 5 points to tell.
Right. Let me. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I want to just look at it from the point of view of the judges. So what they do is, they look at a website, they want a very brief description. That's why this field is also very small. I mean, otherwise you could have put an entire page for you to fill up. Because if you give a lot of details, the judges will find it difficult because they have to go through hundreds of websites sometimes. So that's why we have kept it simple.
Let's say
if you really need, you can basically keep it somewhere and then attach a link to a Google Doc or whatever you like. But I will also say, quite often the judges might not want to go and click on things and read very complicated things. So the trick here is very easily or tell the judges what you are trying to accomplish. Sometimes what might happen is that you are trying to do some particular thing with your website, but the judges don't realize that. the judges sort of think it's some other kind and they don't realize specifically what you're trying to do, and they might not give you marks. So if you have any special thing, which, for example, even in the ITN, you might have not just your main site, but you might have a site which is, say, for some particular product you have. And then you might say, this is to highlight this particular product. So in that case, you can mention that what it is you're trying to do, because otherwise the bunch might say, oh, these people, this is from ITN, but they never talked about, all these other shows they have and whatever they didn't talk. But if you say, no, this is only, let's say you have a thing only for a particular show, right? In that case, you can say, this is a site which we have devoted to this particular show, right? And then the judges know, that is what it is supposed to be. So then it will be evaluated as that. And this year we also have a special thing. I think Mr. Ruwan would have explained social CSR site. So so many companies now, they have CSR or some similar social good, do good and whatever site. So in that case, you can say this one is specially for us to do this, right? This is our objective. This is what we are trying to do on this endeavor. So the judges will know what you're trying to do and how that your site matches whatever you're trying to do. So my suggestion is, don't try to put too many things. The judges will find it difficult to read. Try to say what you want in sort of a smaller number of words, right? But as you said, we can easily put a HTML editor. That's quite easy. But anyway, we'll think about it. But I am trying to explain, from the judge's point of view.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions, please?
Hi. Hello.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Yes, we can hear you.
I was wondering if you all can recommend us some vulnerability scanning tools that are available publicly.
We are actually using the paid version of Nessus and Acunetics. There are a couple of freely available tools are there. I think Nessus also having some limited license and all. So we couldn't recommend any other things because without looking at any specific one. So we basically use the Acunetics and Nessus for the vulnerability scan for websites. There are a lot of tools are there. Only thing we unable to recommend it. Yeah, you can try it the Nessus free version if it is available. Earlier it was available for the certain scans. Just check it. It is available. Then you can use it. Use the tool for a basic scan.
Thank you.
Hope your answer satisfied, Mr. Corey.
Mr. Corey, are there any other questions, or can we get more questions?
Also, one more thing. You all mentioned that there are additional points given to custom coded websites that don't use CMSs. How does that work?
Okay. Shall I go ahead, Sampath, on this?
Yeah. Definitely
Okay.
you should answer.
Okay. So what the judges would be looking at is, if you simply look at the best website, you would see the negative points areas and bonus points areas. So it is judges' discretion that that's given to each of the judges who are judging the respective categories. So what they would do is they will look at it, they'll go through it, and they will, if they have certain tools or whatever they might have individually, they might have some tools to identify certain things. So they would use them and give relevant marks for that. That's there. Yes. It's below there. Yeah. So it's up to the judges to give the bonus points or penalty points for each of the things. Now, let's say you use completely inappropriate words or inappropriate images for that. So judges would be able to say, okay, look here, is this image, or does this image comply with the requirements of the target audience? Or let's say if you have taken an image from another party, that, I mean, if you have purchased it, then it's a different thing. But in certain instances, judges identified that some images were just copied from some other sites. So in those instances, judges used to give negative points, and they would penalize or they would reduce the marks for that. So you need to keep that in mind. But if you do it right, let's say if you are doing a website for your client, let's say I'm a website developer who is developing a website for a client of ours, let's say a corporate SME. So if I do it as per the relevant, as relevant to that SME and relevant to the audience, then you will get it. But the first thing that the judges would be looking at is this site serve the purpose the site is designed and developed? So that is what the judges would be first looking at. So first thing is that it should serve the purpose. It should be appropriate to the target audience or the customers, and it should reflect the owner's uniqueness or values. So when you do it right, and if you don't copy it from any other party, if you use the legally acquired images or text, and if you use proper language, and if it is multilingual, and if it is mobile optimized, there is a very high chance that this site would win some award. So that's the explanation on that. Hope you got some idea about it.
Yes, thank you.
Are there any more questions from the participants' viewpoint?
Yeah, kindly look at the BestWeb site. It explains everything very, very clearly. In case if you have some doubt, please send an email. And as it was mentioned earlier, kindly make sure that you respond, or you keep an eye on the messages that you would be receiving from the organizers of BestWeb. So there will be time to time, there will be communication coming to you, predominantly or mainly using email to the contact person that you have mentioned in your application submission. So that person need to be vigilant about the messages that he or she would be getting from the organizers. Now, there were few instances where you name a person as the contact person, but that person is not in Sri Lanka, or he's like he or she is working outside working hours or whatever, and they had missed to see this, and probably that would cost them them winning an award. So please make sure that you whoever is the contact person that you nominate for your organization is vigilant about the messages that you are getting, or he or she is getting from the organizers of the competition. Over to you, Jacinth.
If you have any questions, you can write on the chat also, so we can review the question and answer. Our judges and Professor Gihan will give you the answers. You may ask in Sinhala or even Tamil. It's okay. As I see, I don't think there will be any more questions. On conclusion, I wish to thank Professor Gihan Dias, CEO, Domain Registrar of LK Domain Registry, and Mr. Ruwan Amarasekara, Mr. K.V Kuganathan, Mr. Hennayake, also to our distinguished participants. We wish you all very best for BestWeb 2023 competition, and good night to all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.